other means, you can go ahead and we're live here. I'm even on camera. So tonight, streaming to Facebook and to YouTube, you guys get to watch me. I might turn my camera off because it's literally just my face the whole time. But hey, we're going to hear from a couple of the founders. We've got some people that are here and rocking it. And in Clubhouse right now is where the conversation is. So this does not have to be just a solo act with me asking all the questions. If you have a question, you can DM me on Clubhouse. You can drop it in the Discord. You can ask it in Facebook, and I can see the comments there on Facebook. Although I'm not rocking, I can't comment back to you on Facebook or on YouTube right now. But we're glad that you guys are here. And so I do have some questions prepared, though. So the questions that I have prepared are based upon just some things that I know from the NFT space, and as well as just some things that I don't know from the NFT space. So that's where my background is non-NFT. I'm non-technical. I literally introduce myself. There's in the NFT space, if a lot of times if you join spaces, people are like, oh, are you a web developer? I am not a web developer. I am a non-technical person coming into this space and learning things like what is an NFT and what is a developer? What are they actually doing? So kind of the first question that we have that I've got for you, Eric, and Michael and Aurelio is how did you come up with the idea for this NFT project? Obviously, like a lot of us have heard of NFTs, and there's like crypto dads, crypto moms. There's the crypto skulls, which just kind of blew up recently. There's Bored Ape Yacht Club. There's Crypto Punks, which is kind of like the OG ones. So how did you guys come up with this idea? And when you came up with it, how did you know it was a good idea that you're like, yeah, actually, we're going to do that?
No, that's a really good question. And so, yeah, my name is Eric, for some people who don't know me. And, man, a year ago when COVID started, I started an e-commerce brand called Kingdom Dominion. And that's really what got me into like the art and like clothing. And it started with this lion art painting. And I ended up selling like 200-300 pieces of art, like to churches, like people in the church and faith group, and just people I met online. I just started selling these canvases, mugs, and I was like, man, people really like this art. Like that was the first time I would say I became an art dealer. It was in May of 2020, May of 2020, and then come full circle a year later. It was around I would say like June, August that I really started getting into NFTs and just like, man, what is NFT? Like, what is all this about? Gary Vee's talking about it. I heard about Bored Ape Yacht Club, and I just started just digging deep, and I started getting in all these projects. And as I started getting into them, I started finding what I really liked about the NFT community, which was like, there was like this, like, there's a word called WAGMI, like we're all going to make it. And there was this sense of like hope in it. And like, obviously like there's, still people are still struggling all over, whether it's, corruption in their country or it's COVID or it's whatever. There's still obviously issues all over the world, but, in the NFT community, they're all pretty positive people, which I like to be around positive people, business people, faith people. And so I saw a lot of good things in the community. And then I saw obviously like things like, rug pulls and people taking people's money and like just the wild, wild west of crypto. And, and I was just like, man, I was like, as an entrepreneur who I feel like, just there's a lot of good things, good solutions that I've seen in the real business world where you have to, show proof and testimonials and, you have to get your clients results, and otherwise you're not going to keep getting more clients. And I was like, what if we brought more of that, like more really good high level team who has done amazing stuff. And just, yeah, like this, and also brought kept the positivity, like a good community. But what if we just even made it better? Like we brought more, like when they always, every time someone came in your community, they left better. And just started asking those questions and then seeing some things that I felt like, could add value to that industry. And And then I just started getting these dreams of this Kingdom Warriors and like these like basically like this story of like this orphan that goes from orphan to prince that I really had to go through in my life of just an orphan mindset who had a stuttering problem and had the world told me I'd be nothing. I was the class clown. I was just not going anywhere. And growing up in the Dallas, Texas area, public schools, played basketball, ended up getting a cheerleading scholarship and flunked out of school. I flunked out of math 3 times. I ended up joining the Texas Army National Guard, and when it ended up finally getting around some people who believed in me and said like, "Hey, Eric, you're going to be a leader. You're going to do great things." And I started, increasing my faith in God and really just like being like, okay, well, what does God say I am versus what did the world say my whole life? What was this narrative I told myself? And I went through that journey over 12 years. I'm 30 years old now, and I was like, in the gaming world, in the NFT world, I was like, what if we could tell that story for people all over, of this story where everyone can relate to it, and it's the Kingdom Warrior where everyone wants to be a warrior. They want to protect people. They want to rise up and take dominion in their area and rule and reign. And I was just like, what if we brought this to life? In that picture right there, you see on the left, like join Kingdom Warriors Discord server. You see like this on the right, it's like this warrior with this armor, and he's like looking out at a kingdom that basically was taken from him by like a evil person named Bellaran. And so I just kept getting ideas of this like world in my head, and now we call it Eladria. Now we have characters, heroes. We have NFTs where they're turning into, and the world is coming to life. But yeah, it just started with just the idea and just this world, like the Kingdom Warrior world, and this orphan to prince really story that I wanted to bring out. And I figured it'll be a good way to bring that story out in the NFT project.
Okay, so now you've got the idea, and on stage with us. And Vera, if you're watching the StreamYard, I shared screen to kind of share a little bit of the Discord that we've got going on, so we can share that with our YouTube and Facebook watchers. But within the Discord, we've got like staff channels behind the scenes. So we've got people that are moderators. We've got Michael, who's on stage and is taking a call right now as I'm talking about him. That's okay. He can do that. But you've got a music artist. We've got actual like the graphic artists. We've got behind the scenes developers. So you've got the idea. And how did you start to come up with the actual team itself and start networking? And then after you answer that, Eric, then I want to go to Michael and to Aurelio. How did you find this NFT, or how did they find you? And what do you do for them are some questions that I have around that.
Yeah, so I think I pretty much, Manny, I think he was supposed to be here today. So Manny and a friend named Jason, they're actually both on Meet the Team. They were the first 2 people I kind of pitched it to, and they both really liked it. Like I started basically writing it all down like in a pitch deck, and it was like, hey, like I want to bring this world to life, Metaverse, like all the whole deal. They're gonna be able to, fight all these, beasts and do all this stuff. And it was, I would say, the idea at first was like really big. It was like, it'd be like a Skyrim type expensive game. So it was very like big idea from the get-go, which they obviously were like, hey, that's cool, but you're gonna need this, you're gonna need that. And so Jason and Manny were just like, yeah, like that's good and great, but it's gonna take a lot. And so that was that. And then they were kind of like, hey, we may be willing to put up some money and kind of going on this together type thing. And but it just never got anywhere. And then we got to my partner Andrew, who and I was working doing some consulting for a logistics company where I've like had the most success in the business world in logistics and freight and shipping, but it wasn't something I really was super passionate about. It's just it's like knowing the numbers. Like you need to do everything you need to do to scale that business, or take a business that's doing like 10 million in invoices and get it to double or triple. It's like it's all just math with that type of industry. Anyways, long story short, I got to the third pitch, and this is a word of advice. don't stop after one person says like, hey, I'm not going to fund this thing, or hey, I don't want to partner, or hey, this isn't a good idea, or even the second person. I mean, for this specific idea, it took three people for them to show them my pitch deck, show them the current plan, and say, hey, like, we need to build this thing. And I feel like this is gonna, and I did have numbers in there, so those analytical data of like some math that like we could do as a business. And the third person, which is now a Kingdom partner, our COO, Andrew, was like, hey, I love it. Let's get it done. I'm in this with you. He was like, I'm gonna do this kind of part-time with you. And then he pretty much dropped everything, and like we got in it and had to put the funding in so we can get staff, get the artists, developers, moderators, everything to just really do it really well. And that's pretty much how it started.
Okay. So you started to recruit people that way, and you started to get people on board. And I was just screen sharing for everyone on the stream, the Discord. I've got the sneak peeks pulled up, but I pulled up a picture of Manny and some other team members there. So a question for you, Michael, and then Aurelia next is, what do you guys do day to day? Like, what is your role within Kingdom Warriors? What are you doing to get ready for the big launch that's going to happen, and then the book or the artwork or whatever it is that you're working on? What are you guys doing day to day?
I'll go ahead, Michael. Go ahead. Hey man, whatever's best for you, but go ahead.
You're too polite.
Michael, you could go. Okay, man, sure. I'll just say real quick. I come from a more technical background around this whole thing. I've been working with NFTs for a long time. Before they were all super nifty and on the cover of magazines and all that, there's a company called Dragon Chain. So I've worked with some folks from Dragon Chain. They've been doing NFTs since 2014. So just, it gives you a sense of the depth of knowledge. They have some technologies they actually call their holy grail technologies, their patents that are connected to NFTs. So if anyone wants to know more technically about NFTs, I would recommend you to check out Dragon Chain. Just look at their website, look at their articles, get a deeper sense of like what they're doing. But that said, there's a couple of people who work closely with Dragon Chain that kind of took me under their wing. And these people, not unlike some of the stuff that Eric is talking about, they're actually mostly media. So they're mostly producers, executive producers, film people, but they got connected into blockchain. And so, with that said, I live a pretty much a creative person's life in the sense of, like, I'll wake up in the morning and I'll put on a track and record some music. I'm doing some consulting for some pretty large businesses that are also in the animation media space. So I'll take some calls and I'll put on some spreadsheets and docs, and everything I do, though, it's improving my knowledge of this space so I can be a better service to the Kingdom Warriors Project. So when I learn, I'm also like a voracious reader, so I go through Bloomberg, Financial Times, Wall Street Journal, Verge, IGN, like Variety, The Hollywood Reporter, basically a lot of other magazines or publications as well, every single day, at least once or twice a day, just to get a beat for like what's going on. So that's like my market watch on my phone wakes me up at 6 a.m. and tells me that Microsoft is buying Blizzard for $68 billion. And I'm like, okay, that's going to have shockwaves in this industry and in the people that I work with on a day-to-day. So, I'm passionate about video games. Well, I'll play video games at least once a day, sometimes 16 times a day, maybe even 28 times a day. But I honestly do that to better understand what's going on in the gaming world. That includes like really engaging in online communities. So whether that's the Discord for Kingdom Warriors where I'm catching Pokemon, or that's on different games that I play on Steam or PlayStation artwork, like Nintendo, you know, it's just like, I mean, it's a pretty like amazing life if you think about it. But it's also important to understand like work never stops. Like, I mean, you have to find a way to blend it with your regular life and with the things you enjoy, because everything you do is contributing somehow to this larger picture, this larger vision. And I guess that's kind of what it's like to be an artist, honestly. But yeah, I mean, I can talk about some other NFT stuff as well. I won't do that now, but.
Hey, you can also drop the rap. Professor Michael, he just got out of the studio and just recorded official Kingdom Warriors anthem.
I got so many names, man. I love it. It's great. Keeps them off my tracks. But yeah, I mean, I could drop an Allegria rap. I think maybe we could have a proper intro to that, maybe after Aurelio speaks, and then we can kind of intro that, or we can just drop it now. It's totally up to you all, however you all want it. We got some 3 wonderful people who are also in the room, so shout out to those people as well. But yeah, I mean, honestly, you want me to take it out now? I'll have to do it acoustic, I think, because unless Sean puts on a beat again or something, but we can do it either way.
I can't promise it's going to be the same beat that you were rapping to.
No, that's cool. I can throw on a beat onto my Bluetooth speaker. But yeah, man, why don't we let Aurelio say what's up, connect, and then while we do that, I'm going to try to figure this out, see if this is possible.
Okay, yeah, you get prepped. Aurelio, what's up, man? What are you doing day to day in an NFT project in order to get it ready for a launch and get it ready for like even after launch?
For sure. My main objective is just to keep the community hype, welcome. I just feel like that's an important part is the customer service, that they feel welcome in the hospitality, that if they have a question that we go that extra mile and just make them feel comfortable, because a lot of these people coming in, some are new to the NFT space, and just being able to bring that friendliness is something that something I really wanted to do, because I've been in other Discords where you get when you get ignored or the questions aren't received well, and so yeah, that's currently my main objective is just getting the community united. And other than that, I also dabbled in designing some of the movie posters, and I might help out with the music in the future. But my main role right now is the community.
Dope.
Just real quick, Aurelio has been like huge in the community. Like, I mean, just people. It's different when you just have a heart to serve like Aurelio, and you have a heart to like, when people come in, you're just showing them love, you're showing them support, you're asking them good questions, asking about, their life. I mean, it's crazy. Like, we get testimonials in our Discord, and we're at 5,000 members strong. We get testimonials in our Discord of like, just people from Austria or the Philippines or Indonesia, where we're just like, man, like, you guys are so friendly. You guys are so nice here. Like, you guys like make me feel like I'm here, and like, they're changing their name to something with Kingdom Warriors in it, and they're changing their identity and having like, so like the whole, even the story of orphan to prince, and now they're feeling like a little bit more like royalty and a little bit more like a warrior, and like they love themselves a little bit more, and like it's big. So I really appreciate it, man.
Yeah, appreciate that, Eric. Appreciate it.
Yeah, and Aurelio, tell people like what does that even mean as far as like, what are you doing for a community? If people are not familiar with Discord, if they're listening to this, if they're watching this, like what does that entail? How are you doing that? How are you making people feel welcome? That kind of thing.
Yeah. So when people first come in, like a newbie that just joined Discord, they don't know about the channels. They don't know about when the project is dropping. They don't know about like a MetaMask, and like we just try to guide them. They could either submit a support ticket, or I'll do it in the general chat. And yeah, we'll just if they have any questions, like we'll answer them right away about Meet the Team, about the people behind it, and just things of that nature. Anything we can do, like even if it's as simple as hey, how do I look up the new lo-fi YouTube channel? How do I do this? Can you send me the link? And just try to be as just guide them, because Discord is a new thing for a lot of people, and just let them know that hey, they can click on this channel, and just tag them on those avenues.
I love that. I love that. And I think that's important too, right? Because what you guys are talking about, going back to what you were saying, Michael, I think it's important to dabble into other things. And like you said, like the experience that you get doing something is going to make you better at doing something else. Like I've got a website that I just launched that has nothing to do with the room that we're talking about. Well, not nothing. It's more about NFTs and crypto in general. But it's going to make me better at helping with marketing here in the Kingdom Warriors community, but also at my job. And it just gives you an outside perspective. You gain new knowledge. And then I love what you were talking about, Aurelio. Like these are two different sides that people might not think about. And for example, like if they're thinking about, hey, should I get involved in one, or should I even launch my own NFT project? They might not think about the community side. And while they might be heads down focusing on just like the artwork or just the website or just this, there's this whole other aspect of either the music or the technical background, and how do you actually get people to connect when they connect their wallet to make sure that it actually works. Creating something like creative and new, like a lo-fi YouTube channel, which is pretty dope. And then you have to create the music for that lo-fi YouTube channel. And then when you're in there, how do they even find it? So I love what you're talking about. These are some really specific nuances to actually like building an NFT project. Well, I've got more questions for you guys, but before we do that, Michael, are you at a place where you want to share your wrap with us? You want to drop it on us? Is Michael breaking up for any of you guys?
Yeah, it's breaking up.
I think he said he's still looking for the speaker and to give him a minute.
Oh yeah, I think that's what I heard too.
Yeah, it's Michael, if you can hear us, it's breaking up for us, man. You sound like you're somewhere in the metaverse and the Wi-Fi signal is not strong. So,
all right. Yo, my arms are sweaty.
There's vomit on his sweater already. It's his mom's spaghetti. Now,
there's no time.
I love it. So tell us, Aurelio and Eric, while we're waiting on Michael, what are some of the other things that people are doing day to day? Like like if someone has like an 8-hour workday on an NFT project and they're not doing your role or Michael's role or Aurelio's role, what other types of things need to be done? And what are they doing to fill up in order to like get it to launch day?
The things you need for launch that we have people working super hard at right now, we have someone doing the smart contract. So if you're doing a bigger launch, a randomly generated launch, and that requires layering, requires pre-sale, requires all those whitelist addresses to be in the pre-sale, so not everyone could just mint on that pre-sale date. Only those people in that contract that the function says that they can mint can mint. I mean, you need a smart contract. It needs to all the math, all the data. We have another art guy helping just with the layering system with our art and all the traits that make sure that it matches up, it lines up. And then we obviously have the artist who's doing the traits. So we got pretty much two artists, like an art director who's worked on Hollywood movies like Guardians of the Galaxy, Spider-Man, Homecoming. He's actually an art director, VFX director, but he's also a developer too. So we pretty much have two developers in that sense. We got a Discord developer, so I guess 3 developers. And we just hired another developer who did a Python bot to even collect our addresses and have the API go to a spreadsheet where people can put their address for wallet allocation in the Discord. I mean, it's very tech heavy. It's very developer heavy. This world is all about zeros and ones. It's about code. It's about blockchain solidity. We have even education in there where we have a free coding school for Solidity called Crypto Zombies. I didn't know how tech it was until I started it. until I started and getting this thing. And then I'm like talking to the developers and talking to the devs and seeing, hey, what do we need to do this? Hey, what do we need to do this? How do we do this? And it's like, it's literally like you're starting your own Microsoft like computer company. Like you have to write all this code. You have to, art is a piece of it, and then the traits are a piece of it. We have in ours specifically, we have a lore and not just a lore where it's like once upon a time there was a Kingdom Warrior and he became a hero, and here's the hero, 888 of them. You know, like I could have wrote that, but it's like this is like an epic lore, an epic story that we already have a book deal with an author, so we have that, an author that's writing full time and helping us, like whether it's our meet the team bios and redoing this and writing, helping finish our website, the text on it, making sure it's all edited and good. I mean, the things you need, if there was a list right now, 1, you need a really good artist. That's 1. 2, you need a really good developer who can do smart contracts and can do the art layering to make sure all of that lines up with also the code. And they also need to do a Web3 website. So those could be multiple developers or 1. For us, it's 2 developers that are doing all those 3 tasks. So those are 2 things you need. Third, you need some type of project manager, someone to really run the project and it's a big project right now. We have who has a staff role, we have 22 people have a staff role, 23 people. It's just a lot of people helping out, putting effort towards this thing. Depending on how many are full time, I would say like maybe 5 to 7 are like really full time. But as far as even partners who have so it's a big operation, and it's a lot of energy. So those are 3. So you need like a project manager, like running it full time for sure. 4th, you need moderators. They say every 1,000 it's good to have 1 moderator. And then also you want to have both time zones. So we have like 4 or 5 moderators around the world. Aurelio's in America. We have some in 2 in the Philippines, 1 in South Africa. We had 1 in Serbia. I think we just hired 1 today from Europe, another 1 as we ramp up. So let's see, that's like 5 moderators. So that's what number is that? We're moderators. Is that 4, Sean?
I think so. I'm taking notes almost as fast. I forgot to unmute on Clubhouse. Now I'm doing it. No, I know. Well, I'm taking notes almost as fast as I can. Yep, 2 Philippines, 1 South Africa, America. So that's 4 plus the European. That's 5.
Yeah, 5. So I mean, we're in basically 40 nations, like almost 20 languages. I don't even know like what language some of these people are speaking in there. But the NFT community is very international, which I love because I just like, my dad's from South Africa. I'm like Hispanic. I'm like African and Mexican. So like I love just being like, I want to travel more around Europe and Asia, and I just love seeing all the Asian and the Europeans and my South African family type people. It's just cool. It's just cool to see such an international community, diverse community. And so yes, that's 4 positions you need, and then 5 I would say you definitely need I mean, the project manager could technically, if they're creative, they could write lore and write all that kind of stuff. So, but for us, we have a writer to really write the high fantasy, writer lore, and you really do want a story. You want to build the way you build Star Wars, the way you build anything big is around a really epic story that's bigger than you. It's a movement. It's a movement of something. And so you got to have a movement. So something with story, being big on storytelling is huge. So that's 5. And then number 6, I guess, technically you could get a project done with that. But you really do need a marketing arm. So you need number 6, I would say you need someone strong in marketing, NFT marketing. It's not as easy as just running Facebook ads or paying a couple influencers just to promote it. I mean, you got to learn to build community. You got to get people to trust you. You have to, live, eat, and breathe, blood, sweat, and tears with people, ask them questions, get to know people, or your moderators need to. You need to showcase, your team and what your plan is, what you're doing, the passion behind it. Like, you have to somehow get that message out there. So marketing would be someone big to help you with marketing, number 6. And then number 7, I would say, just community. You have to have a community around you that is going to become a buyer and a holder and buying into the NFT project, and they're going to make or break you. So treat them well. So yeah, those are like 7 things you have to have.
Well, and the one that you didn't mention, which I'm interested in too, is who would be the Discord manager, right? Like the actual server, like the behind the scenes, the person that's like clicking into things, because all of these channels, all of these bots, all of these different things, they didn't create itself. I know because I've now created 2 different Discord servers myself, and it ain't easy.
Yeah, so that goes down to dev. That goes in the dev category to me because, like you said, it's not easy. Like some of the stuff, like we're creating commands. Like if you go on our channel, you can do exclamation point art, and you're going to see a GIF of art. You can do exclamation point vibe, and you're going to see like one of our animated pieces of art of this princess warrior. So like all this stuff, like we have a dev, Lalib, who's just been amazing, who I got to refer to. And he's pretty much been our main guy. And then a lot of us have gotten more proficient as, we've gotten the game and figured out how to do some of the stuff. But with Discord and like developing it and channels and permissions and all of that stuff. So yeah, Discord, someone managing Discord, definitely. Yeah, that's someone. But I would put them with the developer, kind of like as far as the department of the business.
I love it. I love it. So, I mean, I wrote down so many different things. We've got smart contract, the artwork, art layering, the website, making sure it's Web3, marketing, which is social media, social audio. It's the ads that you would run, the partnerships, all those different types of things. And I know that we've got multiple people working on all of this. There's the education aspect, the community management with 1 moderator per 1,000 people is what you said was like. That's just a great, simple thing to think about. The Discord server management which is sometimes the developer, the game development, which is a story writer, and the artwork. And then you've got the whole technical side of the game, which might again fall underneath the same developer or a different developer. So there is a lot to it. Well, Michael, feel free to unmute if you're ever ready, man. We can follow your lead. You ready?
I think I'm ready, man. I got this thing
Yes.
set up. So I think I'm just gonna drop. It's like it's maybe like a 15-second intro. It's gonna be some medieval sounding music. So I invite anyone listening. I'm sure this will be on replay. So Jesse, Matt, it's the dude's time right now. This is the Kingdom Warriors up in here. The male Kingdom Warriors are in this room right now. But yeah, I just invite you guys to like take in the ambiance. I'm gonna keep playing this from a Bluetooth speaker that I got right here. And then take it in, and the rap will begin. But try to imagine this world called Aledria. The way we open it is to remember Aledria before this evil villain, Lord Belleron, took over everything. So, I mean, think about the best medieval times, Renaissance fair, like Kingdom of King Arthur type of world. And like think of all the goodness around that, and then how it changes. And then once it changes, the Kingdom Warriors are the ones who have to fight to rebuild it, to restructure all these things that were lost, and then put yourself in the shoes of that Kingdom Warrior. That's what we're trying to get at here. So with that said, anything else, Eric? You want to drop anything, any wisdom or knowledge, or I'll just get at it?
Hey, get at it. No, that's a great background, and this is this is gonna be awesome. Get ready, guys.
Here we go. I want it out of my head the moment Electric fell. I cannot remember anything else. The light burning low, surrounded by ghosts. These patterns are painted on walls of our halls with only the cold of the dreams to compose. We were supposed to be bold. Kingdom Warriors who fight for what's right to be losing like no. We never let go. We never lost hope. Now we must rebuild even though the road is broken and cold. Warriors dirty and folks. It's not about us, it's about the unborn. You originators, law boys, speakers, and bringers of get to come on board. We maintain the tales of a war. When virtue is true, when we protect it, if it's a youth, it's easy to choose. We have nothing to lose. The blues is a bruise, provided the proof. We still walking, telling these books, while the pathways improve, so let the world of ruin be removed. As we make way from this horizon, a new dawn, we'll build it, prepare for the respawn. Retaliate against fate, our building the gates. We'll have a city again. We will receive a home and a place. Regardless of hate, regardless of the shackles they place. So here we are with armor on, submitted to fate. Bow low until we smell the soldiers of our last brigade. Holding on to the vision of the king's court made plain. Written down on the tables with the revelation of the end game. For the messengers, no delay. Rewrite the future of a legendary warriors. This is the way. Rewrite your future, warriors. This is the way. So yeah, we going onward with the wisdom and honor. Yeah, we be warriors, kingdom warriors. Yeah, we be honored with the promises of our ancestors, telling us if we go towards it, we'll find it. If we remake the bridges to towers, we'll reconnect the light and the power, and we'll break whatever blocks the new day by rolling louder. Yeah, Kingdom Warriors, put your hands up, let's go. Yeah, we behind it, go. Yeah, I know that we got it. Let the ever light burn, hey. To return, here we are, let the ever light burn, let the ever light burn, woo! Allegria, waiting for its warriors to return, here we are, let the ever light burn, woo! Allegria, waiting for its warriors to return, well here we are, let the ever light burn, let the ever light burn, let the ever light burn, let the ever light burn.
Dope. Oh, so good. Are you still going? I love it so much. I love it so much. Michael, that was incredible.
That's the first released Kingdom Warriors track. So we're going to build on that. And, I was just telling Eric just super quick, like it was super therapeutic for me to kind of put this thing together, because if you all have been paying attention for the last couple years, it feels like a lot of stuff has changed in our world. And so being able to just put together a track where it's like, hey, we can stand up against whatever. And we are going to have to work hard. We're going to have to rebuild. We're going to have to do all these things. Man, it was just great. It was just great. Great to be in the studio with some really close friends of mine here in Hollywood, and, be like, okay, this is what we're doing, and then get people on board from a music standpoint. I mean, we're really kind of building a movement here, Eric, and everybody who's on this chat, you're kind of all a part of it, but we're hitting it at every end, We got the music, we got the visuals, we got some really exciting stuff coming out real soon, so you all stay tuned. And at the end of the day, we're building value for a brand that if you hold on to the NFT, the value is only going to improve. So the types of earnings that people with cryptocurrency have seen, myself included, got to be very grateful for that. We're thinking of, that's what the concept of NFT is. You supercharge the cryptocurrency sort of concept and the way you build value around that. And then, we can plug in music, we can plug in images, of course, but also we can plug in video and context and story and gaming and all this stuff right into it. So, that's why I'm kind of like really bought in here, and I wanted to be able to just lend my talents to making that happen. And we really encourage anyone and everyone in this movement to do the same. If you got a great gift and you're thinking, hey, I've always wanted to do something like that, and I want to rap, I want to draw, I want to video edit, I want to write, whatever, this whole community exists so we can build each other up and we can encourage one another. So, that's just from the dude who raps. but I'm sure there's a lot of other people with amazing gifts in this community, and I hope at the very least my letting my light shine type of thing and then just going on with a rap on it will help other people who really feel like they've got something to give to open themselves up and do that as well. So yeah, much love to the artists out there, much love to the rappers too, and thanks for letting me share that with you all tonight. That was real special.
So good, man. And I'm loving. So in the Kingdom chat in the Discord, people were blowing it up right there. And I mean, I put in. So Michael, you're one of the reasons why I was like sold on this project. I read through the lore and I was like, oh, this is awesome. I saw some of the sneak peeks. That was dope. And then in the AMA, like that first night when I discovered the project, thanks to someone else in a different Discord, you dropped a freestyle rap, and I was like, I've never been in another Discord where someone has a freestyle rapper on the AMA. A lot of times those things are boring. So to have you come in and do a rap on top of the dope artwork and the incredible roadmap, I was just blown away. So thank you so much for sharing that with us. That was awesome. And so if you're just joining us, we are streaming. The replay is going to be available on Facebook and on YouTube. You can also join the Discord server, which is above your head. And we are in the Kingdom Warriors chat, kind of chatting along, as well as I'm screen sharing the Kingdom Warriors Discord with the artwork and the roadmap and some sneak peeks and some about the team kinds of things. And tonight's been really fun. We're about at that hour mark. And so I would love to kind of wrap us up here. Is there anything else, Michael, Eric, Aurelia, that you can share with someone who is either listening to the replay or listening with us live for, hey, if you were to go back in time and share with like someone who's just getting started, if you were just getting started with your NFT project, what do you know now that you wish you knew when you started? And we can close out the room and close out the stream. What would you say to that?
I would just say, to do something creative that you love and that is just you really enjoy. I would say just if you have an idea, a creative idea, whether it's to build a video game, like right now we're obviously aspiring to build a video game. We want to do a movie in our roadmap. We want obviously we're doing NFTs, like we'll have NFTs, custom NFTs for our holders. So like amazing art, we're building a world out of our imagination or with our words, creating worlds with our words. And just, I would just say, just go for it. But at the same time that it is, I don't know, something about counting the cost. It is, making a plan, like just definitely make a plan for it. And, think about it, think about the numbers, think about who you will need to make this succeed. You definitely need people. You can't do it alone. I've seen people try to do stuff like on their own. You can get burnt out, and your mental health can, really, like I sometimes I work like 12-hour days on this because, like I said, or like, there's someone that Wise has said is, if you find something to do for work that you love, you won't work a day in your life. So I never feel like I'm working. I feel like I'm just like, this is the life I chose. And it's like, man, this is amazing. Like, I thank God every day. Like I get to wake up and work on Kingdom Warriors, building this world out, help building people up, building a tribe of warriors of impact. We're donating to orphanages in Africa. We're donating to save lives. And we're also, able to speak life into people in our tribe, from all over in 40 nations. So like, I couldn't imagine, when we started this thing like 60 days ago, this would be what has came in 60 days. I don't even know what will happen in a year or in 90 days or, 6 months. And so it keeps getting better every day. Everyone just keeps putting energy into it. But so I would just say, definitely write it down. Think about what you would need to make it happen, and don't give up on it. I mean, you can. Yeah, there's someone out there. Is whether it's an idea to solve some sort of problem or whatever. Solutions are needed more now in this world than ever. Go after big solutions. but definitely think about how you're going to accomplish it, like practically as well. You know, from a dreamer to any other dreamers who ever hear this, you need to still have a plan. You need capital. You need resources. It is possible sometimes to do things on, but yeah, I mean, for most people, like if it doesn't make financial sense, I have 5 daughters, like this thing has to make sense for me. And now, like, 10 people, like there's other families now, moderators we pay for 2 months salaries. Like these people in the Philippines, like if we don't succeed, then, I mean, they'll probably find another NFT project, but they like working with us. So it's like, we got staff that we want to keep seeing work. So think about that. Think about, more long-term, and then create a plan. If you create a plan and you just, keep staying on the plan and get around smart people to help you, you really can't go wrong, in my opinion.
I love it. Well, speaking of those smart people that you got around you, Michael, Aurelio, any final words for Clubhouse or for the stream on what it takes to build an NFT project?
Man, I think Eric just said it out. Like he's been the one overseeing most of the stuff, so I would take the advice from him. But yeah, I'm just amazed like how fast the project is developing, from like the lo-fi to the, like they developed their own app, and like I just think Eric is a great person to take that advice from. Those would be my final words.
I love it. Michael, you get the final word if you're there, man, if you want to.
Well, I mean, my favorite words are rap words. Just grateful for this community, grateful for the support. Man, I mean, it's great. It's great to feel like you can express something and have it be appreciated. So this is to the Discord homies, because this is being streamed on the Discord, right?
Kind of. It's being streamed to YouTube, and then like the link is available. But yes, there's people in Discord that are watching.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Well, I'm just a big fan of that Discord group. I check it constantly. So this is what I'm gonna do. Y'all ready for this?
I don't know if we're ready for this. I don't know if I am.
Honestly, most probably aren't, but here's what I'm gonna do, yo. I'm gonna go into the Kingdom chat. I'm gonna rap the Kingdom chat that has been going on since Monday. So here we go. This is gonna be an interesting experience. So what's up, Discord chat? Here we go. I'm gonna rep you guys out. All right, yo, check it. My homie Tech says, what's happening, fam? Aurelio with Kingdom Warriors. He's laying it down on this Clubhouse. You come check it out. He hits you with the emoji, with the sunglasses, checking it out. I know we got it. Medici NFT, he's telling the bringers, let's go. So she is saying, hey guys, tagging friends on Twitter now, trying to get that WL, exclamation point. Sean Spacey says, having some technical difficulties, don't worry about it. Just want to learn to record, don't worry about it. And then the homie Medici saying, coming over the stream, now we got it. I know you better retweet. Here we go again. Any questions for the team? Well, we are on stream and on a Clubhouse about it. I know you want to know about it. An F, a T, a project. I know that we got it. No Japanese class today, so probably just gonna DJ. Oh yeah, arigato, my friend. Yes, I know that. Axo, Littles, Aurelio is saying it's so cool. I know we got it eating like Skittles. I know we chilling out. Haha, what's up? Sean says again, this project is going to be a blue chip technique. Oh yeah, Aurelio about to rap today at 5:16 p.m. Well, here I am again. I got the homie saying check 1, 2 on a little bit of a video. They're dropping pretty cool streams, sir, man. 888. I love the Lord and the vibe here. South B 20102. We got it. I'm gonna shout appreciation to the homies in the Discord. They're telling us that we got some practical insight. We're in the space and know any insight on cost developers. So they be asking questions, the questions get answered. It's better than a magic 8-ball. In fact, if you post now, I'm gonna rap you. Cause I'm gonna scroll down. I got Mario with the mean style. I got the homies with the raps. He's saying it again. It looks like Matthew McConaughey on a bad day. Hey, we tripping. Don't worry about it. We got some 4 diamonds. We got the homies out here saying I love you. you. Eminem, Marshall Mathers, I love you too, homie. It's like real time Robin Williams saying, what's up? We don't get better than that. I know we rapping like Homer J. Simpson, what's up, Bram? I know we got it like Bart and Lisa Estelle when they got their lines. Training like, what's going on? This homie fading. No, I'm just building. I'm building up a kingdom. I got the roadmap up there, so you check it out, son. You let him know what needed. I know we got it. The homie crying with the flames in a moment. Yo, I keep on rapping whatever you hit on Discord. It's like the best way to do it. I'm out. Yo, we got it. Yeah, press record. You let the world know. We about to set the world on fire in a good flow. That's right. He's the real MTV. I got poetry snaps cracking from UI 369. I got the Green Power Ranger Megazords dropping the Kingdom Warrior way. This is the way. I got Boba Fett talking to me. I know that every day my words keep disappearing. I'm like watching a Twitch stream. This is the new way to do it. This is the new flow. Freestyle in a moment, talking that Discord. Everywhere we go, I know we got it. It's so cold. We keep on going like the ice around my neck, my chains. In fact, it's my beats by Dre. You know it's better because I'm in the studio every moment. I treat this whole world like a studio. Yeah, don't you forget it. I'm out here on the beach rapping. People be looking. I'm like, don't even be tripping. Here we all go again. I know we talking about it like Hollywood Boulevard. Friends, wait until I get my star on the boulevard. Until then, I'm going to keep rapping these bars on Discord or Clubhouse or wherever they let me be mine. Don't spin a moment. I know we got it. We hitting them with shellfish like a bowman. Oh, yeah, like a cloister. Oh, yeah, like I caught it. A horsey in the moment. Pokemon, yeah, homie going crazy with the little child with the Snoop Dogg everywhere. I know we so dope. We ride. Yeah, Love B, giving me some emoji energy. So peace out to the fam and let them know we'll be back next week. Peace.
Hey! Oh, so good. I'm sitting here watching Discord blow up like crazy. People dropping right now. What is going on? Michael, that was so dope. Dude, thank you for dropping that. Hey, if you're watching the stream, thank you guys for being here. If you're in Discord chat, thank you for being here. Feel free to join us on Discord. The replay was not saved in Clubhouse, but you can join the Discord now and check out what's going on. This has been a pleasure. Michael, Eric, Aurelio, it's been fun hanging with y'all tonight. Everyone, have a great rest of your evening. Michael, enjoy the rest of your time on the beach. This was so awesome. Y'all, we'll see you later. Bye, everyone. I'm going to go have a baby. Well, I'm not, but my wife is.
Son,
You what?
Your dad, we got your back.
I appreciate that. Kingdom Warrior Dad, the youngest Kingdom Warrior is coming at minimum Thursday. So bye, everyone. You what?
We're going to have to get you a shirt, Kingdom Warrior Dad.
Yeah, bro, I'm gonna have to get you some Kingdom Warrior blankies, bro.
Yes.
You know how we really gonna have to do it? We're gonna have to get some Kingdom Warrior diapers up in here. Diapers are real. That's no joke for all the dads in the house. And the moms too. We know how it is.
Dude, I'm holding my newborn right now.
That's the first
5-month-old
brand, bro. From NFTs to diapers, we got your back.
The realest non-fungible person is coming up, is being born maybe tomorrow, maybe the next day. So yes.
Yeah, man, that's good. From non-fungible to very fungible. All right, much love, fam. This was great. We'll look forward to the next one.
All right, see you, y'all.
Peace.
Bye, everyone on the stream. We're cutting it. Vera, you can cut it. I ain't got anything else to say. Bye, you guys.